Thank you very much. Good afternoon, and I'm going to share with you the She Can tool. I'm going to share with the way NGO, an NGO had used it, and Sean will also share with us how a government institution had used it. So I'm talking about how are we deploying it with the informal public transport. So next. Oh, I thought somebody would be. Oh, it's here with me. So what do I do? Okay. So Nana, that is the name of the organization, Nana Girls and Women Empowerment Initiative. We've been working on the area of gender-based violence, but we've never see the connection between transport and the issue of gender-based violence. And despite the fact that many girls who are going, who you call the cycle here, boda, okay, despite they complain a lot, but we didn't see the connection. And it was for Nana's engagement, involvement with Empower that really opened our eyes on the need to really take this issue seriously. And the reason why we've been running away from it is actually is because of the transport sector is informal. 80% of transport sector in Nigeria, and especially in some part of in the northern part of the country, it's really informal. And so therefore, to even begin to link it up was really very difficult. As I've said, the She Can tool and the Empower had given us the resources and the knowledge to be able to see that connection. So I'm going to quickly share with you, maybe two because of time. I came with three, but I'll share with you two. One was, as I've said, the informal sector. The Nigerian road transport sector dominated by the trade unions. Those who are familiar with it, especially the NURTW, the NATO. They dominate even the stations, the motor stations, the bus stations, and they dominate the operation of the transport. And because of that, and research by Empower and also by another UK ed has shown a lot of women complain bitterly about that problem. So for example, and I've had here, many passengers and also women taxi drivers have complained the way in which they have been discriminated, abused, as I've had here. Abused, in fact, somebody was even slapped at. One of the conductor she was pregnant, she was slapped, she reported to the operator, and she said, oh, you know what, don't worry, please, you can't deal with passengers. Passengers are our client. It's true, then we get money, so please tolerate them. So what we're saying, the women drivers have no place to report. The same thing with the passengers, nowhere to report. So because of this, we, as a result of Empower, we felt the need, therefore, to engage with the union, the transport unions, to see how we can really engage with them, to see how we can really make transport women-friendly, and both for passengers as well as for the drivers. To do that, we've done a lot of campaign with the trade unions. We visited some of the drivers, sensitized them on what to do, and using all the Empower resource materials that we have. As Jill said, it's really a very good resource for everybody. So we use a lot of it, and we really now we are working on how do we then get women to where can women send their complaints on, and that's the next line of action. But importantly is the way in which we're engaging with the union, and now they're beginning to set up. Now they have even what they call gender unit, and which is looking at all those complaints from women. And lastly, the second example I want to talk about is about the school students. school children going to school. Many of them, because they ride on border, is it border, they call it, they ride on border, and they complain a lot. So because of that, and parents also complain, now we're engaging with secondary schools, students, and really working with them to see how they can really identify element of abuse, and what different touch means for them, and where to report to. So we're really using I'm not going to, because Nana also has a female mechanics where they repair vehicle, and each time women bring in their vehicle, we also use that to sensitize them about all of this. But the most important thing for me, and that is for the organization, is what is coming up. Now we agreed, and that's, I say, sustaining empower momentum. We build the momentum. Is now what next? And so we've agreed with these two big trade unions, very powerful politically, financially. We've agreed with them to really come up with some mechanism for that will really make transport safer for women. So even I have heard also here about some of the motor, we call them motor park here, so I don't know what to call it, but the motor station, the vehicle stations, many of them, they don't have toilet facilities, they don't have even a place for women to sit. And these are all the basic things women were asking. And they're collecting a lot of money using that from that station. They tax for every passenger they tax. In one station we checked, they get about more than 700 vehicles in a day. So they're taking a lot of money, yet they are not making provision, facilities, infrastructure that is relevant for women. So we're engaging with them on that, and they've agreed for us to sit down to develop even a kind of a charter, customer charter between for women, and so that women then will be able demand based on what they are demanding, they will be able to get what they want, and that is what we intend to do beyond Empower. And we intend to have that meeting in January. We even fix a date, 28th January, to sit down to develop something, and then for it to be used and be put in every station across the country. Thank you.